Hey guys, thank you so much for coming back to check me out yet a motherfucking again. It's your girl Chrissy, and guess what, mother effer? I'm back. Period. So guys, I know it's been a little minute since I really sat and had a sit down with you guys. You know I was good for it, telling you all my tea. I've been gone, you know what I mean? I haven't really kicked it with you guys in a long time, and a little longer than usual, and there's a reason for that. Of course, there's many reasons for that. I want to start off with my social media breaks. The way I go about social media breaks is I don't like to be heavily active on multiple social media accounts. I feel like it pulls too much out of you and you get too caught up. I had to eliminate I guess, you know, if I'm on Facebook more, I'm going to eliminate my interaction on Instagram and YouTube, or if I'm on YouTube more, I'm going to eliminate my interaction on Instagram and Facebook, or if I'm on Instagram, I'm going to eliminate my interaction on Facebook. So that's pretty much what started my little hiatus. Of course, within that time that I had, since I last really spoke with you guys, sat down and gave you guys a life update and some tea and where I'm at, like, so much has changed, OMG. And I'm happy to share the different things that has been happening in my life from this moment on. So if you are interested, keep watching, because guess what, I got a surprise for y'all. Keep watching. So for starters, I want to talk about my transitional phase that I'm going through within my YouTube channel. I know you guys been seeing me contemplate, if you've been following me for years, about leaving YouTube. It's still something that encouraged this new transitional phase that I will be going into, because it's kind of like I kind of want to leave YouTube but I kind of don't, kind of thing, you know. I go back and forth with it, you know, so that's one reason why you haven't really seen me sat down and talk. And mainly because, you know, I just feel like I don't want to pour too much into something that I'm not getting back in return. I decided that I wanted to utilize other platforms where I feel like there's a possibility that, you know, I may see some return, you know, and one of which is Patreon, and the other is a podcast that I just started. And both my Patreon and my podcast are under Sippin with Chrissy Monologues, and I'll leave that here. So Sippin with Chrissy Monologues is really just a space I created to just openly talk about whatever it is I want to talk about without feeling like I need to filter myself because of code of conduct, because of how my mom's gonna view me, or people that watches my social media platforms and run back and tell her everything. You know, I don't have to worry about any of that, because it's like, if you come to those platforms, you come literally because you support me and you want to hear what I have to say. So that's where that space will be held. So it's like, I really don't have anything to say to my YouTube channel anymore. The way that I want to express myself, I want to do it freely, and I don't believe that this is the platform for me. I've even toyed with the idea of having an OnlyFans account, but not for the purpose of XES, okay, if you know what I mean, not for the purpose of that or anything of that kind or that content. Just a place where I can receive revenue, you know. If you know, you support your girl, you support your girl, and that's what I feel like. Some of my tea, I should be receiving some revenue for, okay? Like, I'm too open and honest. So that's where my mind has been mentally. So if you haven't, which I know plenty of you haven't, please check me out on Sippin with Chrissy Monologues. I'm gonna leave it here again. Sippin with Chrissy Monologues on Encore, as well as Spotify and Patreon. But I don't believe my Patreon is up yet. I'm still trying to learn and figure that thing out, or transfer videos. So I have things on there. I still haven't figured that thing out, and it's pissing me off. But be sure to check that out. In more exciting news, I have some exciting news to share with you guys. For one, in this time frame that I have been away, I have accepted a job offer to my dream job company. Okay, and it's actually a company that I have been a part of since 2018, on and off. It is in the financial industry, and finally got the job offer that I was looking for, and I worked really hard, really hard to get that job offer. So I'm just so happy that all the footwork that was attached to my faith, all the affirmations, all the confirmations, what is the real word I'm looking for? All the manifestations. There we go. That's a big one. All the manifestations and, you know, the hard work that I committed to putting into this company so that I can get this job offer, and, you know, all the countless prayers and cries to God. Finally, your girl got that job offer. So I'm really excited about that. You know, just God is elevating me. I believe in order for me to elevate my family, I believe that I hold that key. And more than anything, it's really important for me to be able to support my family, and not just my children or my mother, my siblings, you know, wherever they need me, I want to be able to be there for them. So this is just the beginning, okay? Like, this girl is really about to go hard. I'm very ambitious, and it took a long time, but finally land myself here. So I'm so grateful. I definitely thank God for just moving and shifting on my behalf. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this process started years ago, and I was getting the bad end of the stick, man. Let me tell you, I was getting the bad end of the stick. But nonetheless, like, God came through. You know, he may not come when you want him, honey, but he is definitely here on time. And this could not have been a more perfect time. I had to go through what I went through to gain, or for it to matter this much. You know what I'm saying? And for this example to be an example for the glory of God. So I definitely thank God for that, for this blessing. I am actively fresh in my new role within this company. Just a few weeks in, you know what I mean? But I am super excited. The benefits that this company has to offer is out of this world, like really top tier. So like, I'm just really grateful that this was a part of the will of God. You know what I'm saying? The desire that I had in my heart was all a part of the will of God at the same time. So I just give God glory and thanks for that. That's what I was trying to say. So exciting news number 2 is that I am officially planning my first trip out of the US, out of the States. And I am super happy about it, super stoked. This is going to be a big trip. This is my first trip out of the country. This is really like my first time traveling. Like, I've been to only Florida, Fort Lauderdale, one time when I was pregnant back in 2017, and just haven't done anything since, you know. So I'm just so excited to get my foot wet into the traveling gang by going to this country. I'm not going to share any details about it or anything, but it is 100% pretty much taken care of. Like, I'm just actively planning this trip, and super excited about it. Don't know if I'm going by myself or if, you know, a few of my family members are going to meet me there, but I'm going. And it may be a solo trip. And that alone, I am super excited about. Okay, so I'm kind of looking forward to, I kind of like want to go by myself if I can't go with my siblings, like that kind of thing. So yeah, very excited about that. I cannot wait for you guys to find out where I'm going and to see what I'm doing. And it's just such a big trip. And if you follow me on Facebook, you already know. Lastly, in this exciting news section, I want to say that I did start getting back into the gym. I know you cannot tell. Your girl put on some more weight, okay? Because I've been away from the gym for over a month. But prior to this past month, I have been actively in the gym. That's probably why my arms look a little solid. You know what I'm saying? I lost a roll. You know what I'm saying? It's still trying to hang on. But I was in there actively every single day. Like I want to say like 4 or 5 days a week for like 2 months. And I would say the first week I instantly started seeing results, which I really loved because it's like my body still has that memory that it had back in the day when I used to be a gym rat. Like whatever it is that I desire, I was able to get it faster. Maybe not the stomach. I did lose inches, but I gained them back, child. I lost 11 pounds and I gained 11 pounds back in that month. But it is what it is. I just wanted to share that with you. I think one day I'm going to just compile all the photos I took at the gym and just post them one day as a reel or something. So next I want to talk about my dating life, or the lack thereof. So because of this new job offer that I accepted and this new position that I am currently in, I finally was able to get the job offer that I wanted. I felt like now I am ready to start dating. I am now open to dating officially. I was not open to it because beforehand, because it's like I have 4 kids and I couldn't hold a light or a candle to what I wanted my partner to have. I feel like you have to hold a light to the things that your partner brings to the table, or the things that you want your partner to bring to the table. You should be able to at least match it. It may not be on that level, but it should be something that you should match. And I wasn't in that position. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to start dating and I'm not in a position financially, or, you know, futuristically, where I could bring more to the table than what I already had. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what I had was working for me and my kids for the time being, but what I wanted was something that's going to work for me and my entire family. So that's the mark. So because of that, I finally got that, and I am open to dating now. So with that, I have been talking to a few people. I've been more intentional in putting myself out there. So I, you know, gave my number out a few times and communicated with a few people. And here's the big surprise. Your girl broke her celibacy journey. Yep, I did. And I will get into further details with that. I don't know if I will do it on YouTube or put it on my podcast, which is where I'm leaning towards. So I don't know. I haven't really finalized that answer yet, but I'm definitely going to share you guys the whole schmeal about what encouraged my decision and how I feel about that decision today. And I really look forward to telling the world is, okay? Because it's still part of my celibacy journey. Yes, I am currently back on the journey, so that I can tell you a little bit how I felt about it. But you know, it's definitely a part of my journey. So I cannot wait to share that with you guys, and just be on the lookout for when that comes. Okay, so definitely check me out on my encore. It will be linked below for my podcast, Sippin with Chrissy Monologues, because that's more than likely where I'm gonna give the TT for real, okay? So once again, thank you all for coming back to check your girl Chrissy out. I look forward to growing with you guys on other platforms. So thank you so much. Peace and love and harmony, and be blessed. Yes.